Welcome back to another video. So I'm just going to carry on with the rust repairs in the subframe. So I had a bit of time free this morning, so I've just had a bit of a clean up in the shed because it was getting a mess. So I put all my tools away and make it a bit nicer of a work area to be in. So this morning while I was having a clean up, I figured I'd better make a start on getting the rest of the shed cleaned up. So flip the camera around and I'll show you what I've been up to. So when I was painting the floors on this side of the shed, all of the stuff I had to move over on this side of the shed. So obviously I had somewhere to put everything. I've been putting it off for a while now, but I need to get this painted. So today that's all been degreased and I've acid etched it. So that's been acid etched and high pressure washed. It had a couple cracks in it. So I've actually hit the cracks with the grinder and just gouged them out. So I've got some 2-pack epoxy filler that I'll fill those couple cracks and then sand them back so it's flush with the concrete. But I've got to wait for the concrete to dry right out before I can do it. So I'll get those couple cracks filled and then I can get this last bay painted. Once this is all painted, these shelving racks that I've just got put here, all of that is going to end up on that far side of the shed. So this whole side of the shed then will be a lot less cluttered and I can move my toolbox back next to my workbench and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, slowly getting there, but I want to just get it a bit more organised before I do too much more work. But while this is drying, I'll carry on with some rust repairs. So I'll just show you where I'm up to at the moment. That I've got this lower piece removed, so I've just sanded this piece back so it fits really nice in here. Just got some magnets on the back side holding it up so it sits nice and proud here, or not flush here, sorry. So this will get welded in now and then I'll smooth this off. Once I've finished this one, I've just got to cut this little bit out in the corner here. So I'll cut all that out and fix all that in one bit, but rather than cutting the whole thing up, I'll just do one little bit at a time. Get this one done and sanded and then I can do this one. Once this is done, then it's just back onto the subframe and fix a couple holes and then this can all get welded back on. Just using a little bit of MIG wire as filler. And you can just use your fingers as a gauge. Obviously wear gloves because it does get hot, but when you run your thumb along it, you can feel it if it's nice and flush. If the two metals are sitting like that, you'll pick it up on your thumb straight away. Metal's a little bit thin here. Yeah, it's just, I probably should have gone a little bit further with this because as I've tried to weld this corner up here, it's just blowing out. So I'll get a few more tacks along this edge, get this all nice, and I might just have to spot that one up with the MIG. A little trick for straightening MIG wire. So when you pull it out of a MIG, it's obviously got a big curl in it. If you want it nice and straight like that, so you can use it as a TIG rod, you put one end in the vise, This is too small to fit in the chuck of the drill. So you just need to bend a little hook on it like that so it will fit in the chuck. Just give it a bit of a spin and it will come out perfectly straight. So this is all welded, so I've just got to work on this bit here where it's a bit thin, so I'll see how I go. I might be able to just put a bit of filler around the outside to build it up and then just work my way around. Wish me luck. I'll use the larger filler rod for this just so I can get a bit more material in there a bit quicker. So that's built up all right, so I managed to fill that hole just a bit. Now, what I'll do is I'll just give this a quick clean up on the back and I'll put a bit of filler in on the back side as well so that when I go to grind it down, it doesn't end up being really, really thin. Gives you a bit of an idea of how it turns out on the back side as well. So it's got penetration the whole way around. Quick clean up with the grinder, bit of primer on the back, should be pretty good. Right, that's all filled up. You can give that a bit of a sand off, flush it off, so a bit more of a panel beat, because obviously once it cools it's going to shrink. Just to stretch it all back out again, and it should be pretty good. I've got that front repair all done, so I just buzzed it off with the grinder and then panel beated it out until I can get it nice and smooth, and I've just run over it with the orbital. So there's still a little bit of panel beating that I'll do on it just to get it a bit more flatter. But it's pretty good considering what it was like before. So you can see on the back, just cleaned up a bit on the back, and now it's onto the little bit on the side. But that's enough for today, so when I get a chance I'll come back out and get this next little bit done.